I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo Digital Media.
Come on!
I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo Digital Media. What? What's up, everybody? Show's about to start. Where the peas been the last couple days? I don't understand.
Enjoying their warm house.
You gotta fix your microphone. We are powered by cannabis, as always. You can see it in Demetrius's eyes. Teebs.green. Teebs of Adrian. Place to go to get just whatever's hurting you, whatever's ailing you, man. They make you feel good.
Stop.
They make you feel
Stop
good.
with the stereotypes.
What is it? They make you feel good?
That was the worst Jamaican bullshit accent I've ever heard, and I do horrible accents. When I tell you that is bad, like when a slow person looks at you and says, "Man, you can't run fast, dude. You are very slow."
Here's how I can prove that's not true. Because I did the accent and you knew exactly what it was.
No, it angered me and I knew what it was trying to be. That's what it was.
Hence, in the call out, you've proven that you were wrong.
No. Like they used to say back in the day, I don't know what porn is, but I know when I see it.
I know when I see bad porn. Shop Rec or Med. You can shop for your CBDs. You can shop for your pet stuff. Become a Teebs aficionado. Those guys are awesome over there. And the great thing is that you have a little consultation room. If you're not sure about all this stuff, you're not sure about all this stuff, they will, because the weed business is really new. It's coming off the corners and coming into homes and stuff like that. That's all new stuff. They will help you sort it out at Teebs of Adrian. So make sure you check them out. Teebs.green.
And now, our feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. Call up that Andrew Z. I said Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning, yeah. Come on.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. I love Josh. Josh is funny. Welcome to the show, everybody. Demetrius Nicodemus. Eastside, Southside, Gina from Cabela Media. Christopher Tiefel. And producer Georgia Tiefel. Welcome to the show. It's Tuesday, March 30th, 2021.
Andrew Z. In the morning.
Here's what happened with the peas, I think. Ashley, as a realtor, she showed her first houses on Sunday, and she's like, Donald, I am a realtor now, and I can't have you going on that show and sullying the name for all the realtors in.
I can no longer be associated with the riffraff that you call friends.
Exactly.
Once again, you get those paupers out of here while I conduct business with people who have hundreds of thousands of dollars to spend on a new home. Home, not a house, a home.
A realtor sell home.
He's like, you merely sell things that are tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In the grand scheme, Ashley has now passed up Donnie because Donnie sells things that are tens of thousands, and she's selling things that are hundreds of thousands.
My realtor penis is much bigger than your car penis. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. It's so big I have to put it in a home.
What's up?
Leave the peas alone, you guys.
Anyway,
you have to put a blanket over your head and like have some really weird lighting and a camera in your face when you say that, Gina. You can't just say it.
I don't have the energy for that. Just leave them alone.
Leave the peas alone. You know, Easter is this Sunday. I don't understand why you women I'll say why you women folk think that you have to go so far out to get kid stuff on Easter. It's not about
go hard.
Colleen has turned it into Eastermas for some reason, and I don't understand. I like before we got some hard-boiled eggs, we got some jelly beans, we got a bag of Peeps, and we got some chocolate eggs, and then we all got the big present. The big present was a big hollow bunny rabbit made of chocolate, and that was it. That's the whole. That's the whole.
How big is this hollow bunny rabbit?
Usually I think it ran about a foot and a half, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it. That was the whole shebang. And all of a sudden now, Colleen's got to get iPads and all kinds of crazy shit. I'm like, what is going on? What? This is not a second Christmas. I don't even
I thought you were poor.
Thank you. We are poor. Thank you.
Exactly. Wait. Did she have a code?
I'm sure. I have no doubt.
I mean, at that point, she's just leaving money on the table then. So, yeah, she's got to buy it.
Shut up, people. Don't.
Okay, yes, I had a code.
Let's see.
There she is. And the reason that there's no giant chocolate bunnies is because we are trying to have all of the children eat healthier, and candy is not a good idea.
Please.
Oh,
what about carrots, Colleen? Have you ever heard of those?
Carrots, yes.
Hey,
go ahead.
What about?
I didn't buy no iPads.
Go ahead, Demetrius.
What about Jesus? How about Jesus?
Yeah, Jesus wanted.
Are you gonna strap each one of these iPads to a cross and pull it out of the dirt on the day that you give it to them, so they can fully appreciate what this day means? Yes. On the third day, iPads resurrected and brought us all unsinnable apps.
Unsinnable apps.
Okay, first of all, it's not iPads. It was a Coach wristlet that I got 50% off of. 50%.
Because you know what?
Which cost as much as an iPad.
No, it didn't. It cost $47.22.
It doesn't matter. The point is, you don't get presents for Easter. That's not even a thing.
No.
It actually has become more and more a thing the past few years.
I know, but why?
Okay, so look, each one of the kids got like a semi-decent gift.
Yeah.
And then they get some healthier candy.
Who drops 500? First of all, don't try to portray that you're healthy, because the food in the house is healthy. Please.
First off,
I feel like we should all just quietly leave, like to start gathering up our things. Like, okay, guys, see you later.
Oh yes. Hold on. I'm making my wheatgrass in the kitchen right now for the children.
No,
Please.
okay. So first off, it's more for your kids because they are trying to eat healthier. So I've accommodated all of the kids.
She just called your kids fat.
It's not remotely what she did.
Wait, but there's no candy, Colleen? None at all?
She's gone.
There's candy.
Yeah, she got mad and left.
There's candy, yeah. First of all, you can't look. If there's ever a day not to worry about diabetes, it is the day that Jesus Christ came back from the dead. Right. Now, so eat as much chocolate as you want. At that point, nobody should worry about their medical records. Now, all I'm saying is, like, you're absolutely right, Andrew. It should not have turned into gift cards, action figures. It has literally turned into like a second Christmas.
Yes.
But if you really break it down, this should really be the day that we celebrate more than Christmas. I mean, honestly, this is where the deal paid off. Like this is where he was like, all right, I'm gonna die, everybody's sins is good, we're good, and we should all have a party. It should be like Mardi Gras. But unfortunately, we picked the coldest day in the month to have a good time.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is just an example of what happens when you let a bunny into the marketing. I mean, you had it just turns into crass commercialism. You had Bugs Bunny, and that was just all the toys and the movies that just spawned a whole thing, and then you had the freaking Trix Rabbit that just spawned a whole thing. Now you got the bunny in the Easter. Now you're freaking buying iPads and televisions for your kids. It's a slow roll, but it happens eventually.
Well, you wrap that all the way back to tricks.
Yep.
That's
what happens when you let a bunny into your marketing.
Well, so
like if you give a moose a muffin, if you give a bunny marketing.
I wonder if wait, I have a sighting. It's not a bunny, but I think that there might be a Donnie P sighting coming. Thank God. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I don't know this whole thing. It's just odd to me. I don't know. I didn't know that we were getting presents for you.
So every year,
go ahead, Gina.
Every year for the last few years, we get them a new beach towel, slides, and then swimming stuff, spring stuff, or whatever, a bathing suit. And this year, I'm making the beach towels, getting pool noodles and making them into little baskets, and putting the little goggles in there and getting their little slides, because that's all shit I'm going to buy them anyway. So can we count? It's not really a gift because I'm going to have to go out and buy it anyway. So now I'm just presenting it as things that I already buy them as a gift and giving them some candy, and I win. So I feel like that's how you should do Easter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But Andrew, don't you want your kids to have it better than you did? You described your sad little Easter, and then now your kids will have it better, and then their kids will have it extremely extravagantly better.
First of all, what's wrong with their Easter? They love it. Second of all, my mom and my dad used to I feel like my dad started the whole toy thing. We'd get Easter baskets, and he'd go buy us a toy and hide the toy. But we'd pick the toy out, and then he'd hide it.
Here's the other thing. Jason brings up a good point. Jason said, I remember getting boiled eggs. When did it go from boiled eggs to plastic eggs? When did that happen?
Full of money and tiny toys. Things you got to stay up hours for.
When it took days to find the eggs and they spoiled. It smelled.
I remember one time because it was raining, we had an indoor Easter egg hunt, and then about 3 or 4 weeks later, the house started to stink, and we forgot one of the eggs behind the Encyclopedia Britannica, the E. It was in the letter E, and it was stuck right behind.
I get it.
And thank you, Tifo. The bunny hid it behind the E in the Encyclopedia Botanicals, and then we found it, and it was of course spoiled.
Botanicals.
Yeah, so you guys had a garden in your house? That was awesome.
Nice.
The Encyclopedia Botanicals. You have to
flowers A through Z.
Yes, and it's right there. You can see it right there amongst the agnolias and the tulips.
He was really struggling with flowers.
I fucking was struggling with flowers. I was like, Jesus Christ, dandelion.
Donnie P.
What's up? Good morning, you guys. I've actually found eggs that were so old, like from years past, that they've like partially like petrified. They're just like a rock type. They're still colored on the outside, but the inside is like, I don't know. It's almost glistening. It's weird. It's like amber from Jurassic Park. I don't know. It's like a weird.
So let me ask. We have a lot of parents here. Let me ask. Did the ceremonial coloring of the eggs go away? Like, we don't even do eggs anymore. Like,
we still do.
Do you? Oh, good.
Yeah, I still color.
I don't have time to boil all those eggs.
What are you doing them one at a time? You could put them in a pot all at once. Like, holy shit! Did anybody tell you that, or do you have the world's smallest pot?
I can't. Eggs are one of those things you have to.
I ain't got time.
You have to wait. Like, you have to time them and watch them. You can't walk away and do other things while you're cooking. And I can't. I don't have time for that.
Oh, Georgia, yes, you make colored eggs. You still boil them and make colored eggs. Then you use them for deviled eggs. Oh, I love deviled eggs. Oh my god,
very weird thing to do on Easter.
Deviled eggs. It's kind of opposite the point.
I know. We make angel eggs here.
Angel eggs. What's that, Donnie?
They look kind of weird though when you use the colored eggs for deviled eggs, because like the dye like sometimes seeps into the egg white, and it's just like weird looking.
Yeah, I know.
Angel eggs. I like that.
Have you ever seen the Easter thing where they take the deviled eggs and they make them look like little chickens? Like, they make the yolk like look like a little chicken inside, and I think that's so creepy. Like this is what the chicken would have became if we didn't yank it out from underneath its mom and eat it.
Those are people with too much time.
Yeah. My mom made, and I was so excited because she this year made panorama eggs. Have you guys ever made or heard of panorama eggs?
What is that? Just eggs?
Speaking
that you
of
look at
extra,
the wrong way. You got to go like this.
You don't have to look at.
So what he means, I'm gonna interpret for you guys. What he means is diorama eggs, not panorama eggs. So okay, go ahead, Andrew.
Is it diorama?
Yeah.
No, it's panoramic Easter eggs.
Yeah. So
isn't it? Didn't you make it with like the little like scene inside of it?
Yes.
Isn't that called a diorama, or am I not thinking of science correctly?
I just looked it up, and every reference for recipes refers to them as panoramic Easter eggs.
Yeah, and I was really excited because my mom is the one that did them as a kid, and I remember, and I had totally forgotten about them. And there they are. You put little scenes inside of eggs, and then there's a little piece of plastic over the front. But yeah, they are.
Whoa.
Aren't they?
That's a lot of work right there.
It's a lot. Well, it took her like 2 or 3 weeks to get them all done, and then the kids build the scenes inside the eggs. And I had forgotten about them, but they were. I remember them being super cool as a kid. I forgot, and then my mom brought them back this year, and the kids loved doing it.
There's no way kids made the scenes in those eggs that Georgia just showed. if kids were making them, there'd be like G.I. Joe and again, things going on in there. They wouldn't be perfect little scenic little sunflower dapples with that, little bunnies and stuff.
They kind of have to make what you provide them with.
Yeah.
If you give them a big pile of G.I. Joes, then it's going to go sideways.
My nephew would find a way to put Iron Man inside that thing. Okay.
Hey. That's festive.
Oh, here.
I mean, that's just that's. Oh, you got one?
Yeah, Colleen gave me one.
Oh, they're so big.
So
those are huge. I thought they were like little egg shells, but that's made of candy.
Yeah. So they make
one big chicken.
I'm gonna show you the inside. And there's the inside.
Can you eat that, or is that a forever ornament?
It's a forever ornament. You can't eat them, right? You can't eat them.
No, it's fondant.
Yeah, it's fondant.
There's only one way to find out.
Say goodbye.
You can eat fondant. I don't know if anyone told you that or not.
But it's been sitting. But it's been sitting out. I don't know.
Can I just point out that we have been talking about Easter for the past 18 minutes, and not one time has anybody in this panel mentioned going to church.
Have you ever been to church on Easter? It's insane. Easter and Christmas are the 2 days I actually would avoid.
And Tifo logs off as soon as you mention the Lord. What? No. My mama said she don't listen if we do this.
Hey, Donnie P, where have you been? Here's what I surmised.
Good pivot. Good pivot, Andrew.
Because Ashley was a realtor now, that she forbade you from being a part of this trash radio show.
No,
because now she's big time.
You're on the right track with the word trash. This room is trashed. Ashley, a couple things. Ashley had a big day yesterday. She had her first got her first listing yesterday.
Oh,
and she made her first offer for a client yesterday.
Jesus,
so
she's only been
big day.
She's only been doing it for like 3 days.
I know.
It's amazing.
But I missed yesterday because the kids are on spring break right now, and for some reason Sunday after 6 p.m. I decided to pretend I was on spring break and had a couple of drinks, and I woke up about an hour after the show ended yesterday. So I didn't even come close to getting with you guys yesterday. And then today, I don't even know. She would kill me if I move this camera to show you guys what's going on in here. So I brought this. I won't do it.
Don't do it.
Like I dug the printer. There she is going under. That was Sunday. That's when she showed her first house.
It looks like she's got a giant car. She's so little. a giant car.
What you don't realize is that is just a ramekin full of orange juice.
Yes. But so I dug a printer like that we've had like from years ago that we haven't used out of the closet, thinking for some reason if I bought toner that it would just work. So this place, there's like test prints everywhere. There's like old toner cartridges on the floor. You know, like when you roll on, I'm like rolling in my chair and like rolling over things like paper and stuff. So I come in here to join you this morning and the computer just won't turn on. The mic doesn't work. This is a different mic. I don't know what's going on.
God.
It's just craziness over here at the Plicky house.
It's craziness. You know, I don't understand is the printer scam, because you can buy a brand new printer and I swear to God, it will only work like if you continue to print on it. Once you take like a month or 2 months off from printing on it, all of a sudden the thing just stops working. It's the weirdest thing. Like
and the ink costs more than a brand new printer.
Yes.
So like to refill it, I could just go out and buy a whole new printer instead of refilling.
But if you leave your car sitting there for a couple of months and don't run it every now and then, you'll have problems when you go back to run it. Same thing with a printer.
Not a bad point.
I guess. I don't know.
It's not a bad point, but I did spend like $70 on toner, and we can only print in black right now.
No.
Oh, you got yourself one of them militant printers.
This is supposed to be color. These are my test prints.
Black printers matter.
Yep, it was like, fuck you. You getting black. Always.
Always. Oh,
of course, the girls figured out how to use it already.
Good. Well, we missed you. Or we're definitely glad you are back. Who else?
Right,
anyone else got anything today?
No, we're boring people, Andrew.
I realized yesterday how much where my son's love for me falls versus his hate for school. I found that out yesterday. So yesterday, and it's always like this. Like he cries like before I take him to school. He doesn't want to go. I get him in the car. He cries, and then he gets into the school and he's happy. And so it's just miserable for me. Like he starts my morning off Mondays and Thursdays miserably. Like he makes me feel like a horrible parent. And I told him yesterday while he was crying, I said, buddy, I said, legally, your mother and I have to make you go to school. You have to go to school. If you don't go to school, they will arrest us and take you from us and give you to somebody who will make you go to school. And I said to him, do you want your mother and I to go to jail? And he looked at me and he said, well, I could live with grandma. So at that point, I wanted to punch him. Like he was willing to sever all ties with us and live the good life with his grandma.
Yeah.
And
well, grandmas are way more fun.
Yeah, but then I explained to him, I said, your grandma would have to make you go to school too. That would be a thing. And then she'd go to jail because you wouldn't want to go to school, and then you'd be stuck with your grandpa, and your grandpa would drop you off 2 days early. And
it's so true.
Throw you out of the car.
Yeah, like and I'm like, grandpa would make sure that you went to school because grandpa don't like hanging out with you that much. But like the fact is, like he was willing for me to go to prison for him not being educated. And so I share this story with Kara, and Kara's like, wow. She looks at him and she goes, you'd really let me go to jail? And he was like, psh, what's for dinner? And I was like, damn, that's cold. That is cold.
Deflected that one.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, he answered his answer was in his not answering. Like, that's what he said.
Well, here's the thing, D. So he only goes 2 days a week. TPS just announced yesterday that they're going to 5 days a week. Sorry.
I don't know if she's got this on the speaker. Like we're trying, like honestly, like I was telling you yesterday, Bob, bro, like I really feel like I got to break this to him, like sentencing day on a felony. Like, that guy who's hoping that the judge is going to just give him 3 years. And he's like, he's got a little bit of pop in his step. And then he stands in front of that desk and the judge goes, 45 years. And the guy goes, oh!
There's a 4 in it.
Like his knees get weak, like he can't believe what he's just heard, and then he's like, "No, Lord, no, Lord." Like I feel like that's how I have to bring it to him on the day it starts, like Tuesday.
So he goes Mondays and Thursdays now. So you're not going to tell him until the Tuesday when he wakes up. He's like, "All right, Daddy, what are we doing today?" Hey, Tuesday, that's our day. Tuesday, we're gonna hang out and what are we gonna do? Daddy, you want to go get ice cream today? You want to play G.I. Joes? Daddy, you want to watch Nickelodeon Junior? It's Tuesday, Dad. Tuesday.
Buddy, sometimes things happen in life, and it's good. It's better that you know this young. Your day is going to change today. I got a message that says you're gonna have to go to school every day, and I know this isn't the news you want to hear. I know, buddy. But I want you to understand that on the other side of this, you're gonna be a better person. You're gonna be smarter. You're gonna be more. You're
stronger, faster.
Stronger. Yes, you're gonna be more assertive.
We can't rebuild him.
You're gonna be more confident when you come out. You're gonna know things, and on that will make you a great person.
Go ahead, Tifel.
Well, I mean, or you could just pull the whole parents trick and say, "Hey, on Tuesday morning, get dressed real fast. We're going to Disneyland," and then just take them to school.
That's wrong.
And just start the countdown clock for Dr. Phil.
Right.
Come on, buddy. Don't you want to see the mouse? Let's go.
Good.
I will say after the first week, it will probably be easier.
Yeah.
For him to go every day than twice a week, because when the girls went twice a week, Sophia, our first grader, was just not having it at all each time. But now that they go 5 days, it's like they're back in the routine. So hopefully you get past that first week and it's a little easier for you.
Well, you know what it was, and I told him, because I'm a firm believer in sometimes just like keeping your kid out of school just for like a random day, like, and not like every week, but just like, maybe once every 6 months or once a year. You just like, hey, we're gonna do something, and so you're not gonna go to school, and so I did that with him once. And I was like, boom, we're not going to school. We're going to go do something. And now he thinks that that's a thing all the time. He's like, why can't we do that? And I was like, buddy, that's like Christmas. Christmas doesn't roll around every day. Christmas is a once a year thing. And when it happens, it's exciting. And he goes, well, I want that excitement every day. And I was like, well, that's not a thing. And he goes, why not? And I was like, well, once again, it should be special.
Two of my favorite school days are the days that we had a doctor's appointment, would have to leave early. Like, so you knew like 11:30 you were getting out of there. And it was awesome to get called out of class and you didn't have to stay the full day. And the other thing with me growing up out in California is
where'd you grow up?
California? LA?
Bingo.
I'm not familiar with it.
Well, growing up out there is every once in a while there were days that we would take off, and if you could go to Disney on a school day, it was the greatest thing ever. And every once in a while we'd take a day off from school and go to Disney. And the thing was, you could just walk on the rides. Like it was a school day at Disney is one of the days that you don't have to wait in lines. It's just the greatest thing ever. You just take a day off for no reason just to go to Disneyland. Go ahead, Tifel. And then
to kind of expand on your doctor's appointment thing, the bigger flex is if your parent lets you do a half day, so you don't even go in the morning, and then you come in the afternoon with your bag of like McDonald's or Burger King, and because you didn't eat your lunch, so you stopped at a drive-through on your way back to the school, so you walk in to class with your lunch. And and that's just the biggest flex ever on the kids. They had to eat the powdered eggs or whatever it is they're having in the cafeteria. You're coming in with freaking nuggets.
Go ahead.
That was like those were the baller moves that you felt like when you were a kid that would happen. Like when your mom or your dad came to the cafeteria and brought you McDonald's in front of everybody. Wow. Like they walked it through the cafeteria and dropped that bag. It's like girls in an office watching one lady get flowers. And you're like, oh, that bitch. But and then like, how important did you feel when somebody had to come to your classroom, knock on your door, and then ask your teacher? They were like, "Man, we need Andrew, we need Donnie, we need Chris. His mom is here to come and get him." And you'd like snatch up your bag real quick and be like, it was like somebody had just given you a pardon. You were like, "Bye, lifers."
It was a show.
How come I didn't get McDonald's?
You didn't?
No, he just left me out.
Wait,
I did let you out because I still remember how angry you were over the nugget incident.
So here's the thing, though. Tifo brings up a good point where you'd bring you had to bring your McDonald's into class while everyone else ate the shitty cafeteria food. But the one thing about that is that was the day before you got to McDonald's, it had gone horribly wrong because you were trying to convince your mother to take the whole day off. It's like, what's the point, Mom? You're coming back. It's lunchtime. I've only got this class and this class left. So if you ended up back at school afterwards, it still had gone horribly wrong before the McDonald's because
that's a parent's tale.
You really tried to get the whole day off and they just weren't having it.
Or like if it was the opposite and you left early and you had like 2 hours before you would normally get home, you want to do like everything in the whole entire world you can think of in those 2 hours. Like I have to do everything I've ever needed to get done. I have 2 hours to do it. And this
so today
that I have.
These are like free hours.
Today's one of the days where all 5 kids are actually physically at school, right? So I don't have very many of those days. And so last week I had a meeting, so I didn't even get to like get anything done. And this week they have the boys have a doctor's appointment, but it's a tele doctor's appointment. So it's like a video visit. So they're all excited, like, oh, cool, we're getting out of school. And I'm like, well, no, I'm going to come get you out of class and we're going to do the doctor's visit in the car and you're going back to class.
Oh, that's like Saturday school.
They're like, they're not happy with me. I have things I have to do. I don't have time. Huh?
Yeah, they can't give you a room.
They won't give you a room in the school?
I mean, I probably, but regardless.
Shut both of you. Shame. Shut up. The video doctor appointment ends in appointment, which means somebody should be getting my ass out of school.
Yeah,
I don't want to don't pop in so I can talk to some weird man on a screen. I'm eating into my lunchtime, bitch.
I'm either getting out early or coming in late.
Here's my doctor's note. Oh, that's my doctor. He's saying I'm coming back to class.
It's ridiculous. That is horrible.
Video. I know. We're gonna do it in the parking lot. For real? Really? You can't even take me to an empty building and make this feel official? I gotta do it while staring at a Toyota emblem.
But then tomorrow I made a dentist appointment because on Wednesdays TPS doesn't have school, but tomorrow they do. Because tomorrow is the kids that have the off Friday, they're actually going physically into school on Wednesday, so they don't miss any days. And I already had an appointment scheduled, so that I can't have a miss back to back. So they're just going to do their little tele appointment. And tomorrow they have a dentist appointment, and I'll take them to McDonald's, and I'll do everything I'm supposed to do.
You're going to take your kids to McDonald's after their dentist appontment.
Well, yeah, yes. Right. You're going to have the mobile dentist show up at the school in the parking lot.
Mobile dentist? Right back in.
Come on up. I know. It's a teleconference. He's gonna talk me through this extraction. All right. I'm gonna need you to recline your Toyota seat back because we gotta get you back into class.
He just got a squirt gun. She's squirting in the mouth to clean off the teeth.
I don't have a drill. I don't have a drill, so I'm just gonna go wee in your ear.
And then flick stuff at their face.
That's the worst. It's the worst when I know I'm getting mouth goo all over my face. I feel it splattering.
Awful.
I'm like, what are you doing?
This is a rental, no spitting, swallow.
Yeah, you're like, wow. People who do porn really put up with a lot. Like I can't take drops of spit in my face. Evidently, these ladies, woo, they must just think the dentist is an amateur visit.
Oh my God. All right. This portion of the show brought to you in part by Teebs of Adrian, Teebs.green. Make sure you get on over there. D, you tried the alien, was it Alien Banner?
Alien Banner. Yes. But what I would really like to focus on are people. Look, there is a lot of people have dogs that have a lot of anxiety, right? Mm-hmm. You got to get them a Thunder shirt. You got to you find them in the bathtub. All those things, loud noises, thunderstorms, freak the shit out of them. Mm-hmm. They have CBD for your dog that will take care of the thunder shirt, the anxiety, all those things that you were like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make my dog better. And this is all natural. None of this is going to hurt your dog. Yeah. It is definitely, I give it to my dog. My dog fucking loses his mind when children run by the house. So I have to give him CBD to calm him down.
Well, after we go ahead, Donnie.
So for your dog, like, how do you get your dog to smoke the joint? Do you have to wrap it in peanut butter?
No, it's
my dog prefers a bong, actually.
Your dog bongs it?
Yeah. I play Snoop Dogg, and he just seems to naturally know what to do.
It's funny, after we gave it to our dog, he was just sitting on the couch and he was just popping dog food like on the couch.
The best thing about it is your dog will make nachos. It's awesome. He'll walk him out to the table. It may be gross watching him, sprinkle the ground beef, but you got to get over that.
Our medium John Tursky said, D, that maybe you should put some CBD, wrap it in bologna for your kid, and just wrap it in bologna and then hand it to him.
Wrap it in bologna.
Crush it in his orange juice.
The pet CBD comes in a pump, so you pump it in their food. So it's really don't even have to crush it. Just pump it and get him a milkshake in the morning, D, and just put a couple pumps of the CBD in his milkshake. And then you'd be like, I'm getting you a milkshake for breakfast, bud. It's the best day ever.
He gets his medicine like I used to give my 3-year-old his medicine, and I just shove that shit right down his throat. There's no,
I like the bologna
hey, I wonder if you're gonna eat this or take this. Nope. It's open up and I shove it all the way to the back to where you can't spit it out. Yep.
You swallow it.
Which is why I'm not allowed in Vegas anymore.
Teebs of Adrian, Teebs.green. I don't know. Lufka All Natural. Lufka is a great place. It promotes self-care through their all-natural products. They're a zero-waste store that offer organic and environmentally friendly skincare and cleaning products free of harsh chemicals. They use only ingredients they know you can trust and that will never harm the earth. If you're looking for skincare and cleaning products that will allow you to live a chemical and plastic-free life, Lufka is the right choice for you. They're on a South Boundary in Perrysburg, so make sure you check out. Really a cool store and just a cool concept. You get a chance to check out Lufka. And also, if you need to get lawn care done, DMX Lawn and Landscape, they're going to make you mow your lawn up in here. Okay.
What? You want your bushes trimmed? What? I'm gonna edge up your driveway. What? Well, we got some Lone Riders.
Lone Riders.
How long did it take you to come up with that there, D?
Right there, right then. Right then. Demi Lovato. We're starting to hear more about Demi. We all love her. I think we've talked every time I bring her up. She's one of those ones that women love and men love. So she's very unusual in that way. But as her new documentary about herself comes out, as it gets closer, we learn new things. And now she has confirmed that she is pansexual in a new interview. She told InStyle she feels super fluid when it comes to who she's attracted to. And in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, she discussed coming to terms with being queer as she got older. In a new chat with Joe Rogan for the latest edition of his podcast, the 28-year-old singer seemed to go one step further by confirming she identifies as pansexual. The topic came up after Joe asked if Demi saw herself getting married and becoming a mom at some point. She said, quote, "In this moment, I want to adopt children for sure. I also don't know if I'm going to end up with a guy, so I can't really see myself even getting pregnant. So fluid now, super closeted off. She's sexually fluid, as in you like girls and boys." She said pretty much anything. And she calls it pansexual. She said that she likes anything. And there you go. Being pansexual means being attracted to all gender identities or attracted to people regardless of gender, Demi said. She said, "I felt a lot of shame because growing up in Texas as a Christian, that's very frowned upon. Any attraction that I ever had toward a female at a young age, I shut it down before I even let myself process what I was feeling." So Demi Lovato is pansexual. There you go. And I don't know if that. I'm not going to talk about it. So there you go. Demi Lovato coming out as pansexual. So.
Whoa! Calm yourself.
People's dad just totally dad jokes.
Yeah. Maybe Chris is Teflon sexual.
Oh, now that Christopher's cooking for himself, maybe he's pansexual. It's funny. Georgia was freaking out yesterday.
I do love my walk.
Georgia was freaking out yesterday because her dad said because obviously Georgia produces the show and Tifa is on the show, Chris, that her dad was going to start listening to the show. So today's dad Ted Tiefel Sr.'s first day listening, and he threw a great dad joke in on us. And but Georgia was freaking out that he was going to start listening to the show. And here he is. Thank you. Welcome to the show, Ted Tiefel Sr. We appreciate it. Now we can let you in on I don't know. I'm sure you know all about Tiefel, Chris.
Everybody open their Bibles to John. All right, let's get this going.
Is that what we do? Yeah, it is Bible. It's Bible first Tuesday. So 3:16, which is the only John that I know.
Speaking of Bible verse Tuesday,
Steve Austin.
Teep sells only milk and wholesome products,
bread and eggs.
That's all.
Yeah, Donnie, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, did anyone get their devil shoe order in before they sold out, or do we have to wait?
They're being sued now. Nike has officially sued them for trademark infringement.
Mm-hmm. That's just PR. That's just so Nike lets everyone know that they didn't endorse it. Yeah,
they cover themselves. But yeah, for those we talked about the other day, the devil shoes that where he's using a drop of real blood in his shoes. And
how are you gonna know? You're gonna dig open the sole. You just spent $1,800 on these shoes. You're gonna take a pocket knife to the bottom of it and run some kind of chemical analysis. I'm gonna tell you, at the bottom of every sole there is 2 ounces of unicorn shit. And I guarantee you, my friend, you click your heels together, you may feel something. It'll be your heels clicking together, but it's full of unicorn shit.
I mean, if you wear them long enough and wear the bottom of them out, maybe you'll just start
find out,
leaving a trail.
Yeah, you know, there's going to be at least somebody that does cut it open to try to do the analysis so that they can sue them if they don't find blood.
Yeah. So they sold out in 1 minute yesterday. They had 666 pairs of shoes sold out in just 1 minute. That
in 666 seconds.
One of the greatest PR moves for a song of all time.
Next up, Josh, Satan sandals must be worn with socks. Satan sandals. So there you go. They were. I don't know. It's just like you said. It was a big PR stunt. I know a lot of people that were mad. But I guess if you're getting publicity, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, right? That's what they say.
Right, we're talking about it. It was just for PR for his music video. That's what it was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I barely knew who he was before this.
He did the
it's a character that. Yeah, he's playing a character in his latest music video. It's a spin-off of that.
Oh,
this is a new thing for musicians as the long game. Like, I think Weeknd kind of started it when he like pretended like he got plastic surgery, and then he did his video like with horrible plastic surgery, like his big reveal. And now it's like that's the new thing. Now it's like we always have to one up the thing before, which is really scary for this world because now some things I wonder like where the hell are we going to go with that? so that's like that's kind of the thing with Easter, and it's the same thing with we just keep one upping. And so now the new thing with the musicians is doing this long game thing where the video extends into real life. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah,
I missed the good old days where all you had to do was show some nipple at the Super Bowl, and then you just were topic for 6 months.
I mean, a lot of people wore red leather jackets and one white glove. So
yep, I was just gonna say, do you remember? I don't know if you guys are old enough, but I remember when they premiered the Thriller video on MTV and how excited leading up to that thing was. Like we all shut up, Georgia. That we all had to like everyone was watching MTV to watch this Thriller video, and it was freaking amazing at the time. It was produced by John Landis, I think was a major movie producer at the time, and it was just I remember the moment that we'd all sit around and watch MTV to watch this Thriller music video. You guys
remember the debut of California Love. Tupac's California Love. We all skipped lunch and went down to the classroom. You know, they had TVs in the classroom. We all went down to the classroom to watch California Love on MTV.
Really?
I
didn't remember that one.
That's because you were like in college by then, I think, D. I think you were actually, Andrew. Sorry, D. Actually, it's funny because D's almost the same age as you, but I don't. In my mind, he's like 10 years younger than you. Like,
but he's not.
I know, but I can't help it. Like in my mind, D probably watched the California Love debut, and you were way gone and off, doing grown-up things because you were a grown-up.
He was. I was in class watching that video.
I mean, you probably were, though, D.
Whatever, D. All right, let's get into some WTF news with Ebenezer Bushrod. Ebenezer, take it away.
Well, it turns out North Carolina has a record, not only in the United States, but over the entire world, with the youngest minimum age someone can be entered into the criminal justice system. Currently, there's a 6-year-old facing charges of for injury to real property because he was waiting at his bus stop and picked a tulip in a neighbor's yard. And so much so that the kid doesn't know what's going on, and his defense lawyer gave him a picture to color while the proceedings were going on, and everyone's kind of rightly outraged by it and trying to figure out why North Carolina insists on prosecuting 6-year-olds.
Did the prosecutor, did he say like why pick this one? Why not just tell him don't pick any more tulips? Like why are they going this far?
I have not found any comment from North Carolina or the prosecutor's office or anything. There is a movement in North Carolina to raise the minimum age to at least something like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
But as of right now, if your 6-year-old gets out of step, watch out.
Take him to North Carolina
what
for a road
waste
trip.
Of money and time.
I know. Jeez.
You don't know this kid's history.
Yeah, Gina.
I know. Maybe he's a serial flower picker, and he just goes in all these
flowers.
Yes.
And then
graduated from dandelions to tulips, and next it's going to be begonias. Begonias. Is that right?
Ew,
Petunias. I don't know the names of flowers either.
What else, Tiefel?
All right. Well, knock knock.
Who's there?
It's a friggin' swan. A small town in England is having to deal with a swan that has decided to pick on one gentleman in particular in the neighborhood. This swan has lived there for years with his mate and has recently decided to start constantly knocking on one of their neighbors' doors, and does it for about 3 to 4 hour sessions, as loud as possible. The homeowner cannot figure out why he's been singled out and why this swan seems particularly interested in gaining access to his house. I particularly have the theory that the swan recently went Jehovah's Witness.
I feel like he should just let it in and see what happens. Like, just let the swan in and see what it wants.
We've all seen the movies. You're supposed to let this animal in.
No, it freaked me out. I remember one time, and I have the videos on my Facebook page. You have to search a few years ago that a bat got it, or was it a bat, or was it it might have even just been a bird, when a bird got into the house, and it freaked the shit out of us. And we all went into my room, and all the kids, and we were all hiding in the room. And then my mom ended up just going and snatching the bird down and taking it outside. And we were all the covers because it was scary. Those birds are like flapping around and could hit you in the eye and gorge your eyes out. It was very scary. I would never let a swan in.
Bats every once in a while. It would come down through the chimney, and I had to become the bat whisperer to get the bats out of my house. But it's been sealed off now. But it used to be like, one time I opened the window to get the bat, to let the bat out. And while I'm like, and I talk to the bats, because that's what I do. So I'm talking to the bat, and I'm trying to talk it out of the house, and taking the broom, and you just got to wave the broom towards the window, and it like follows it. And while the window's open, another fucking bat flew in. So now there's 2 bats in my house flying around. And I was so irritated. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it was really bad. And then I was like a fat Statue of Liberty is holding up a broom trying to get them out. And yeah, it's so yeah, that's
Gina's the fat Statue of Liberty.
Man, nope. That's the next day. Next day, you got to burn that house down.
I know, right?
Burn it down. When you say, "Hey, I have a bat problem," that's a one-off. Not like, "Hey, every once in a while, bats fly into my house." What is there a fucking cemetery in the foundation? What, do you like live with a vampire? What the fuck is going on in this neighborhood? That bats seem to congregate in this fucking house.
It was so bad that I was looking ways up to prevent it, and like, because it's a rental, so obviously I'm not putting any money into it. But they said I was going to build a bat house outside to attract the bats away from my freaking house.
Were you going to put a bat copter and a Batmobile there too?
I believe the correct term is bat cave, Gina.
Yes.
No, they're like, it's really just like 2 pieces of wood, like a box, and then they go in and they sleep in the box.
It's a tiny mansion with a bat butler. And then
you put the ceiling and they get in there.
His name's Balfred.
Balfred. Yes. And Bat Wayne. Woo!
I wish they were that cool.
One neighbor is quoted as saying she still finds it funny when she walks by, but she's just glad it's not her house.
Like Demetrius said, dude, if a bat got in, or if a snake got in, just burn it down, dude. I'm not coming back.
That's why I'm not feeling the swan thing. Like, open the door, give the swan some crackers. It will go away or not, whatever. But it's a swan. What's it gonna do?
Dude, a bat flies into your house, a snake crawls into your house. You just go, well, Satan wants my house. I guess Satan gets my house. I know. Pack your shit, kids. Satan wants to move in. We gotta go.
Are swans
your devil
mean
shoes.
like geese?
What?
Are swans mean like geese?
Where do you think geese learn it?
From swans?
Yes.
I don't think.
Are you
I don't
gonna
know
Google that shit?
I want to know if swans are mean.
Yes, they are
Well, maybe you should hang out with some and see what they say about other birds.
Yes, they're very mean.
What's General Swan demeanor?
They'll be like, you can't sit with us. You can't swim with us.
Damn dirty pigeons. Wow, you're a little pigeony, aren't you? A little pigeonist.
A pigeonist. Go ahead. What else, Tifo?
So Mark Farron Claude Biart. I don't know how to pronounce that last name any better than that. He's been on the lam from Italy for a long while, thanks to his mobster ties. And he's been fairly careful. It hasn't really shown up on anyone's radar until recently, when him and his wife started a YouTube cooking channel from their house in the Dominican Republic. And, now, in the videos, to be fair to him, he tried to be careful. You can't see his face in any of the videos, but Italian police are apparently smarter than they look, and they recognized his tattoos.
Oh,
wow.
So that's how they were able to identify him and then extradite him back to Italy.
It wasn't like some of the names of some of the recipes he was cooking on his YouTube channel, like hamburger del Dolfo, pepperoni.
Right. Like, imagine how good that chicken parm was that he just had to risk prison time to share it with the world.
I know.
I mean, it must have been some really good food.
So,
bad news is you're caught. The good news, you got 10,000 views. Well,
yes.
All right. So, I do have a breaking stand news alert.
Ooh.
This is news out of the stands on here. So, Pakistani lawyers are upset.
That's their news.
Pakistani lawyers are upset.
Wow.
They are upset because other people are wearing their uniform. And of course, when we say uniform, we're talking about a black suit, white shirt, black tie. And they're upset mostly because waiters seem to be wearing their uniform, and they've put out statements demanding other professions stop wearing their uniform. That is their uniform. That is how they're identified. And how dare you?
Wow.
Okay.
I don't blame them. Could you imagine how hard it must be to graduate from a Pakistani law school? Like, holy shit. Like, you earned this suit, brother. You want to wear it? That's crazy. That's not like Yale or Harvard.
You still got both your hands.
Yep. You're like, look, I do cases, and 90% of my clients still have both hands. That's right. 90%. I got a 90% success rate. Your wife cheat on you, and you don't want to stone her? I'll tell you right now, my friend, we can separate you from her legally without any kind of bloodshed. That's right. Come see me.
Dude.
One of the statements put out says, "It has come to our knowledge many of the hotels and marriage hall staff are wearing the uniform of lawyers. Through this letter, I am clearing this. A law graduate cannot wear the proper uniform of a lawyer until they have passed the entry test and completed 6 months of training." That was from the Punjab Bar Council letter.
Good.
They should lighten up, because, I mean, if you're waiting tables to put yourself through law school, you can just use the same uniform.
Yeah.
Once you graduate. I mean, it might smell like TGI stands, but
I feel like
least
there's
you
a
don't have to
lot
buy a
more
new
problems in the stands than this. Like, I feel like the stands are in the news for a lot of shit, and this is so, like, why are we worried about this, Pakistan?
Chris, did you say 6 months of training?
Say after 6 months of training, after they've gone through the schooling and passed their testing, basically their bar exam.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
So it's like being a resident after you graduate medical school.
Right.
Yeah, you can't fuck around with like Pakistani law. That you gotta you just can't jump straight into that. That ain't.
He's gonna come on tomorrow wearing the uniform and calling himself a Pakistani lawyer. This is
courts have already turned down lawyers' demand for fashion supremacy in this point. So now they're just appealing to the people.
All right. Well, all right. There you go. Thank you. Is that it, Tifo?
That is it. I capped it off with news from the stands.
Yeah, good for you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, Donnie P, thank you. Good seeing you, man. We missed you yesterday. Gina from Gabella, Demetrius Nicodemus, Chris Tiefel, I'm Andrew Z. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. We will see you tomorrow, everybody.
Come on!